Lafayette, Colorado is one of my most favorite places in Colorado, near Boulder and near Denver. This is why. Let's get started. Hi there, Kristy Lee here, and I am a local real estate agent in the state of Colorado, but more importantly, I am a native of Colorado. If you're new to my channel, all of my videos are catered to my most favorite places to live, to visit, places to take your kiddos. If that's something that interests you, please click that subscribe button right there. That way you are notified every time I have a new video. All right, so today I am in Lafayette, Colorado, and I absolutely love this little city. It's so cute. There's, you know, just so much awesomeness, I guess you could just say, about it. There's a lot of distinct, you know, houses, and the downtown area is just really, really great right now. I'm actually sitting in the downtown area. School just got out for the summer. So, you know, this little town is just really kicking up with their festivals and their, you know, just all the activities that they have going on within the city. So this is why I absolutely love it. So I'm going to go over why I love it, and then maybe some cons on why maybe it's not a good place. So this is what this video is for. So let's just get started. Like I said, I am in downtown, or the historic side of Lafayette, and that is one of the best things about this city here, is because up and down the main street right here, you're gonna have a lot of restaurants, local restaurants, so locally owned restaurants. There are no chains in this area. You have little boutiques, ice cream shops, coffee shops, you know, all of that kind of stuff that kind of brings the community together. And that's why I absolutely love it. Throughout the summer, there's a lot of festivals that go on. I believe they have the Peach Festival. I know they have an Oatmeal Festival. Just anything really to bring your family here. They close off the streets. It's just a really cool little place to walk around, to be part of the atmosphere, the energy that this little town has to offer. Another really big reason why I specifically like this area is mainly just because of its proximity to Boulder and Denver. Now, some people would argue that they don't think it's close to Denver, and I kind of disagree actually, because you could just take I-25 to Highway 7 and then head west, or you can take the Boulder Turnpike in and then head north up Wadsworth. You could hit Lafayette either way if you're coming from Denver. Now, if you're coming from Boulder, it's only about, I don't know, 20 minutes, 25 minutes from Boulder, and about 30 minutes from Denver. So I do think that it's still a really great location. It is in Boulder County, so that is another pro to a lot of people. It is another great pro. And also, to kind of piggyback on that, it's in the Boulder Valley School Districts, which is historically ranked to be one of the best school districts in Colorado. I believe it's ranked number 4 right now. So, you know, it's just a really great location. People actually want to be in the Boulder Valley School District, or even Boulder County for that matter. I will say with Boulder County, you're going to be a little bit more liberal leaning. So depending on your viewpoints politically, just know Boulder Valley or Boulder County is going to be definitely more liberal. I mean, we're close to Boulder, and everybody seems to, you know, Boulder is quite liberal, very hippie-ish. So just kind of know that. But I do still think that, in my personal opinion, that is a pro for me. I do think it's a great area to be in. I love Boulder Valley School Districts as well as Boulder County. But again, that could be a con as well to some people. So Lafayette is awesome for kids. So if you have kiddos and are looking for something to do this summer, or even year round for that matter, there are so many things to do in Lafayette. So let's just start with the WOW Museum. Now, if you have you know, kids right around, you know, 4 and younger, probably maybe 5 is pushing it. The WOW Museum is going to be fantastic because it's like you go in there and it's like you get to interact with things, you get to figure out how things are built, you get to play with bubbles, climb up and down, you know, things, figure out, you know, air, balloons, all that kind of stuff. So it's a really, really cool hands-on museum for little kids. The Lafayette Rec Center is awesome as well, and that's obviously good for all ages, of course, but I personally used to go to the Lafayette Rec Center as a kid because it is just a great indoor pool. I mean, you have the slide, you have a lazy river, it's just really, really cool. Then there's an outdoor water park in Lafayette as well, so you could go out there if you want to be outside in, you know, in the summertime and swimming. You could head outdoors to the outside water park, and then again up and down the street here. There's just so much to do. As far as the festivities are concerned, right here I'm actually right outside the ice cream shop, and so there's usually always something going on out here, whether it be music, water park, things like that. So definitely bring your kiddos out to this area specifically if you want to have them to go run off, have a good time, and, you know, kill off some steam. All right, another really cool thing about Lafayette is its breweries. So more specifically, I love STEM Cidery. It is amazing. A lot of people actually have weddings out there. You could overlook the whole foothills. It's absolutely gorgeous out there. And what's really cool about STEM is, first off, STEM is a cidery. So if you like ciders, head to STEM. Even if you don't like ciders, still head to STEM, mainly just for its atmosphere. So you can eat there too. It is a restaurant. But what's cool about STEM is that the whole outdoor area is geared for families. I mean, you could bring your whole family there and they could play outside. There's a bunch of outdoor activities, a park, things like that your kiddos can go play while you're having a few drinks. So it's a really, really cool brewery. All right, if you are into beer like myself and my husband, you will love Liquid Mechanics. Liquid Mechanics is one of our personal favorite breweries in this location. It is off of 287 and Baseline Road, and it is awesome. It is open year round. The patio is open year round if you choose to sit outside. This particular brewery, you can bring your own food. So we actually bring our kiddo and we bring McDonald's or pizza or whatever it might be. If you don't want to bring your own food, they always have food trucks, which is great. So regardless of the day, usually there's always going to be some sort of food truck at this location, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. But I highly recommend checking this one out, and as well, like I've already mentioned, is STEM Cidery, just because they're two of the big major players in Lafayette. All right, so a couple cons about the city of Lafayette is that it is pretty expensive. So the average house price in Lafayette in 2022 is going to be in the mid 800s. So it definitely is a lot more expensive than some other areas around the state. And I will say, honestly, it's just simply because it is so close to Boulder. We are in Boulder County. Like I said, we're in the Boulder Valley School District. So there's a lot of factors that go into play when you are looking for houses in a specific area. Also, when it comes to the house prices, $850,000 on average, and that's gonna be kind of like an older house. I will say a little bit smaller house. So you're not gonna find, if you want something a lot newer or a lot nicer, it's gonna be definitely pushing the $1 million mark to live in this area. And it's just simply, again, because of its location. There's a lot of older houses, especially in downtown Lafayette, like a lot older. I'm saying mid-century and older than that. Even those houses are gonna be, oh geez, $650,000, $700,000, even for those small little houses, those old houses. But what's cool about those specific houses that are gonna be in the downtown areas is the walkability. Obviously, you could walk to the town, you could walk to the restaurants and the coffee shops and the beer and all that stuff, the festivals. You could get there really easy by walking. Now, if you want to live in a different part of Lafayette where it's going to be the bigger or the newer houses, do note that it is going to be straight up suburbia. You're not going to be able to walk really any place. You're probably going to have to get into your car or drive, or at least ride your bike into other areas. So just kind of keep that in mind when you are looking for a house out here. That one, it's a little bit more expensive for sure, and then if you want walkability, you're going to get a much smaller house, and it's still going to be pretty expensive. All right, and another thing I definitely want to mention about this area specifically is the Flatirons Community Church. Now, I personally find this to be a pro, but there's other people who might think it's a con. So I want to talk about it in general. So Flatirons Community Church is one of the largest churches in the nation. In fact, I think they're one of the top 10 largest churches in the nation. It is huge, and on average, they have about 19,000 people come through their campus every single week. And that campus is in Lafayette. So do know that if you are planning on living in this area, especially downtown Lafayette, the main strip right here, you're probably gonna have to deal with that traffic, especially before or after the church services. Now, the church is awesome. It is huge, but it's awesome. You have some amazing music. The pastors are awesome, but if it's not your thing, you know, for whatever reason, if it's not your thing, I would probably stay away from living in this particular area, or at least frequenting this area specifically on a Sunday, just because you're going to see a lot of churchgoers, a lot of traffic, and that kind of goes into my next con, is the traffic on Main Street specifically during those times, just because it is, and there's like unnecessary stop signs like every 30 feet or something. It's crazy. So there's stop signs all up and down this main strip, and you know, you're just dealing with so much traffic during the Sunday, and then you know, elsewhere in Lafayette too, just because of the church. So people leave, they go to lunch, they go with their families, whatever, and you're just going to see 19,000 people trying to leave or come to the church. So just kind of keep that in mind if you live or frequent this area at any time on a Sunday specifically. Another great thing I think Lafayette has to offer is all of its amenities and conveniences that this little city has right here, and it's just growing. I mean, right now I'm standing in the Walmart parking lot. Behind me there is a pizza joint, there is Starbucks, Verizon's over there. Then you have Kohl's, the Lowe's is just opening right here. Across the street is King Soopers. So there's a lot going on right here. You have your brewery across the street. You have McDonald's, a great hair salon, which I absolutely love. You have a dry cleaners, everything right here, Walgreens, everything is going to be right here. So if you do live in Lafayette, you really don't have to go far to get groceries, to get your hair done, to grab a beer, anything like that, because it's all going to be really close to right here. I will also say with Lafayette is that while we are going to be about 20-25 minutes away from Boulder, I mean, we are still pretty close to hiking trails, biking trails. There are going to be, especially the trails, the biking trails are going to be all over this location right here. Drawback it would be, it's just going to be a little bit farther from the mountains. So if you are a skier, a camper, anything like that, you're still probably looking a little over an hour to get to the mountains, just to get to those specific places that you're probably wanting to go to. The major ski resorts are going to be about an hour and a half or so. If you want to go to El Dorado, that's going to be about 45 minutes, so that's not going to be as bad. But overall, I mean, the conveniences and the amenities just in this location as far as, you know, food and shopping are going to be right here, totally ideal, and just growing, continually growing. All right, so that is Lafayette, Colorado, kind of in a little nutshell. I personally love this area so much. It is really, really cute. There's a lot to offer, especially if you like that small town feel, still want to be close to Boulder, still want to be close to Denver, but don't want to deal with those type of atmospheres. Lafayette is going to be a great place to come. If you have any questions regarding Lafayette, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. I am here to answer those questions or concerns, whatever it might be, whether it be about this area or any other area. I'm here to help you. Remember to click that subscribe button right there. That way you are notified every time I have a new video. And then to the next video, take care.